Is it possible for your attorney and the defense lawyer to be bitter enemies during the course of your trial, and yet when your case is over, that they go ahead and actually socialize together? You want to know the answer? Come join me for a moment as I share with you some great information. Hi, I'm Gerry Oginski. I'm a New York medical malpractice and personal injury attorney, and the answer is yes, that is a possibility. Does it happen often? Actually, no, it doesn't. But there are instances where your attorney, the plaintiff's attorney, is actually friends with the defense lawyer. Now, you may not realize it from how they act toward each other during the course of trial, and you would think that they are sworn bitter enemies, that everything they do is just the opposite. One says it's day, the other one says it's night. One says it's 10 o'clock, the other one says it's 5 o'clock. No matter what they do in court, they're always opposing and fighting each other. And it looks to you as if they are bitter, mortal enemies. But then, a year down the road, you're out in town, and guess what? You see your lawyer having dinner with the defense lawyer. And you're shocked. You are absolutely shocked. And now you walk by the table, you say hello to your attorney, and he introduces you to the defense lawyer, and you can't believe what's going on. They're actually having a pleasant, nice conversation with their spouses. They're all out to dinner on a nice Friday night. And you're wondering, how the heck is that possible? How could they do that? The reality is that a lot of the attorneys who deal with medical malpractice cases here in New York, it's a relatively close-knit community. There are some people who develop friendships. Why? Because they work together often. And not only that, but in the pretrial litigation phase, there are many instances where that close relationship may in fact help you to get an actual settlement before going all the way to trial. Now, I'm not saying that anyone's taking advantage of anybody else, but I am saying that, hey, if I know you socially, and I know you outside of court, and I know you from an organization that we both belong to, guess what? Now, during the course of your case, I may have an opportunity to informally ask you, hey, John, you know this case that we're handling? Is there any chance the carrier is willing to negotiate and settle before we go further? That type of informal questioning is critically important if you have that type of relationship. It doesn't happen a lot, but it does happen from time to time. Did you know that there are actually written court rules in New York that require attorneys to be not pleasant to each other? What's the right word that I'm thinking of? It's not respectful, but at least to understand, hey, you're working on that side, I'm working on this side, we have to work together during the course of this litigation. Let's at least be respectable to each other and pleasant to each other because we have to work with each other. And there are penalties for attorneys who don't. You may be thinking, how did such a rule get made? I'll tell you how such a rule came about. It's because attorneys were nasty and obnoxious to each other. They were so vicious to each other during the pretrial litigation process that now attorneys would complain. They would make requests to the judge to take action to throw out somebody's case. Why? Because they were being an asshole to their opponent. And now that was unprofessional. So the court administration turns around and crafted some rule that says, hey, you've got to be pleasant to your adversary. You've got to work with them for years on each particular case. So guys, just get along, right? So going back to the title of this video, what happens if they socialize? What happens if you see your attorney socializing with the other attorney? Guess what? It happens from time to time. Get over it. It's not a big deal, okay? But you should ask your attorney, hey, do you know the defense lawyer? Do you have a prior relationship with him? Have you worked with him before? Do you socialize with him outside of court? Because that information will help you understand in your own mind whether or not that prior relationship may in fact help move your case forward. So why do I share this quick information with you? I share it with you because this does come up from time to time, and I wanted to tell you about it so that you're not blindsided if in fact you do see it happening. You know, I recognize you have questions or concerns about your own matter. Well, if your matter did happen here in New York and you have not yet started a lawsuit because you still have questions that need to be answered, what I invite you to do is pick up the phone and call me. You know, I answer questions like yours every single day, and I'd love to talk to you. You can reach me at 516-487-8207 or by email at Gerry, Gerry, at oginski-law.com. That's it for today's video. I'm Gerry Oginski. Have a wonderful day.